Greetings and salutations, my friends. Welcome to the final Premier League guide of my series, and that is going to be Wolves. This is going to be a really interesting one because obviously they're newly promoted. They've spent a lot of money. They've got some decent backers. I don't know if we're going to have much transfer budget. I don't really know what they expect us to achieve, but we're going to look at that and then also look at the squad, see where we can improve upon, have a look and see if they've got any good youth talent, all that sort of good stuff. So where do they expect us? Straight in, newly promoted, top half, mate, yeah? Okay, we'll have a look at the teams here if that's achievable. They're doing all right in real life, so that bodes well. 5th round of the FA Cup, 4th round of the League Cup. Finances, 19 million spend and 30 grand on wages. So we might have to take a chunk off that if we want to pay someone a decent amount. Have a look at the staff, it's okay. Definitely need some new scouts. The rest is not too bad. Maybe another physio or something, or head of sports science or whatever it is you want. But not too bad. We need a depth at wing back, and he's only player left wing back. Okay, we get it. Wing backs, all right. Okay, let's have a look at this team. We're going to just move out all the players. We'll have a look at the youth team as well, see if they've got any good prospects. But we're going to have a look through the team quickly. Benica Phobie, Bournemouth legend. Not so much. Oh my God, that is a small squad. Oh, I don't even have to. There's space at the bottom. That's not a good start, lads. Okay, Jesus. Especially like I've said in one of the previous guides, you need to rotate a lot in this game, in more so than in any other FM before. There's lots of little niggling match injuries and stuff that are 2-3 days missing you. Meaning you miss training, therefore you're not up to scratch for the next game, etc. Which is very realistic. I think that's a definite improvement. But, this is a small squad. Okay, we got Rui Patricio and John Ruddy. Obviously, John Ruddy's number... No, okay, Patricio's really good. Absolute great goalkeeper. Tons of experience. He's 30 years old. John Ruddy's a perfectly fine backup. He's actually worth 7.5 million. So if you need cash... How much was it? 19 million. If you need cash, maybe that's somewhere okay, but I'd be quite happy with that. All right, centre-back options. We've got Ryan Bennett, son of Gordon, and I bet I'm the first person to make that joke. No. He's not very good. I'm hoping he's he's our 4th choice, to be honest. And then we got Willie Bali, who is a much, much improved version, thankfully. He's 27 years old, coming into his prime. Decent passer of the ball as well, so that's nice, playing out from the back. Then we've got whose house? It's Courtney House. Can play left back, but no. No, you can't. So he's a centre-back. He's okay. I'm hoping he's 3rd choice. He's 22, so he will improve. We got Dendonka. Oh, is he joining us? Okay, so he's joining us permanently. He's all right. Okay, he's all right. It started looking bad, but then I was like, okay, no, he's picking up another ball-winning midfielder. Can play centre-back perfectly fine. Decent. Again, another passer of the ball, so that's quite nice if you're into that. Connor Cody's definitely not a centre-back, although he's a centre-back. Okay, I think I'm thinking of my Liverpool days when he was more of a DM, I guess. Solid player, actually. 25 years old. Nothing set in the world alike. I've only really spotted one decent centre-back so far, Willie Bali. But we've got more. Dominic Iorfa, he's been around forever, isn't he? Can play. I've bought this kid so many times because he was always cheap, and he's actually decent, especially his physicals. Can play right back, can play centre back. Not too bad at all. And he's only 23 still. And then we got Romain Saiz, who's a deep line playmaker. Was he defensively okay as well? So we could play a defensive midfielder as well. Pretty well-rounded player without being exceptional in any of the areas. Let's have a look at the fullbacks. We've got Matt Doherty. I wasn't at him particularly. I was just kind of going, there's a lot of all right players in there. There's a lot of, it's all right, without setting the world alight. We know going forward they're going to be stronger. We can see down there there's a couple of really good players that we're going to get to. Is Johnny, where do you play, mate? You're a fullback. Pretty solid, right-sided. Okay, Not really a centre-back. 10 jumping reach, 10 heading in the Premier League is just going to get you torn apart. So he's definitely a full-back on the right. So we've got Johnny and we've got Dominic Iorfa and we've got Matt Doherty. We've got Rueben Vinegarette, we'll call him, who's only 19. Unsurprisingly, another Portuguese player. Defensively, weak. So I wouldn't have him as a full-back, but you could have him as a really attacking, like, complete wing-back or wing-back. But other than that, you probably just want to play him as a natural winger. Needs to work on his crossing still, but bags of potential. We're only 19, like I said. So, left-back is an issue. It's like a major issue. Because unless we're going to go full-on wing, we could go 5 at the back. I don't know. We've got plenty of centre-backs. It's an interesting one. We've got to get these players into the team because look how small the team is. Right, Ruben Neves. There's not much needs to be said about this guy. Amazing passer of the ball. Amazing at long shots. 16 is doing him a disservice. I've seen his goals. He's a fantastic player. I probably wouldn't play him because he is decent going forward. I probably wouldn't play him in that position. I'm playing him as there, either as a deep line playmaker or as an advanced playmaker. I want to get him forward. I want to take him pot shots. Got João Moutinho, who's another Portuguese player, 113 caps, absolute beast of a player. Physicals aren't great, but another playmaker option. But he can play behind the strikers as well. He's a little bit more attacking than Neves, attributes-wise. Adama Traore, who's really good at dribbling and flair and stuff and pace. That's it. He can't pass, can't shoot, can't head, but he can run around really fast with the ball at his feet. Needs work, but he is only 22, so he can improve, whether that be crossing or you want to make him an inside forward, but his composure's pretty low as well. Yeah, tricky one. It could be the case of one of those players that's valued a good amount, I might just end up selling. Then we've got Helder Costa, another Portuguese player, decent left winger, decent inside forward, in fact, as well. So that's not too bad. Cavaleiro, we've got a back strain. Another pacey player. Got some decent pace in this side. And then we've got Diego Jota, who's exceptionally good player. Why don't you just play him up front? There's so many players that just play outside on this attacking wide positions. It makes building formations harder, I feel like, in this FM. Like, if you want to really put players in the natural positions, you kind of have to use inside forwards. There's so many good inside forwards. But like I said, you could easily train this guy or like do a bit of work on him to get him as a striker. You've got to get him playing games. He's absolutely immense. Then we've got Bonatini. Sounds like a cocktail, but he's actually okay. Not exceptional at anything, but there's no real obvious weaknesses standing out in his game. I think I don't mind that deep lying forward. He's decent in the air. He's okay in the air as well. Not too bad. I wouldn't hope he's not starting games, to be honest. And then we've got Raul Jimenez. I was going to say, he's Portuguese. He's actually Mexican. But we loaned him from Benfica, so it counts as Portuguese. A pressing forward, a sort of shite Jamie Vardy is what we're looking at here. I think... it's a small team. Let's have a quick look at the under-23s. Okay, Gibbs White. Decent. I'd probably give him some League Cup time. And we have a small squad. So any players we can get in there, I'd have a look through these. There might be a couple of others we can shoehorn into the main squad as well. Under 18s, nothing obvious standing out there. So we have a tiny, tiny squad. Generally speaking, the way I always do tactics is go, okay, who's our best 3 or 4 players? And where's our shittest area? Our best players are 2 amazing playmakers and a inside forward stroke striker. I'm probably... Is this a strikerless formation? It could potentially be. I've only played very little with strikerless on FM19. But I think it might be quite fruity. I'm just going to go... This could be horrific, so don't try this at home, kids. But I'm thinking, like... And I'm not doing rolls and stuff. I'm just sort of showing basic shapes and shit. I don't like either... I'm not a massive fan of either of the two out-and-out strikers. Did we buy those? No, we can sell him. Oh, no, we did buy him. Damn it. He's a loanee, so nobody gives a shit. But you could have something like this, and you can have Jota as, like I say, a shadow striker. I'm just plucking stuff here. And then you could have Moutinho as a playmaker to support him. So you could push these two on. We've got the great inside forward as well. We've got Helder Costa. We've got Jota who can play on the left and the middle as that shadow striker. We've got Neves who plays in the middle. With our money, with our 20 mil skis, if we get rid of a couple of fluff players. Goalkeeper, fine. One centre-back, great. The old one centre-back formation. We've got he's a left winger, isn't he? We've got right wingers. I think we need a left full-back. And a centre-back. How many people are we going to... I'm not doing this. We need one centre-back. We need two left... don't need two left-backs. Let's not go crazy. A left-back. And... where do you play? You can play... He's not too bad. We could probably get away with... If we're playing two central midfielders, get away with playing just what we've got. Attacking-wise, we're fine. We might be able to get one of these guys to play... Like, this guy could play easily as an inside forward on one of the sides. So we can help out with that. So I think a left-back and a centre-back is key. And both of those players I'd want to be good enough to be starters, I think would be the fix for this season. But as always in these guides, please do leave in the comments... Whether you're Dave Azzopardi, if you're there, let us know what you did with Dave Azzopardi. By the way, is a big Wolves fan. He's got check him out on YouTube. He does Wolves. He does Football Manager, but he also does Wolves vlogs. Massive fan. But anyone in the comments that's a Wolves fan or has managed them before or is managing them on FM19, let us know in the comments what tactics worked well for you. Am I talking absolute bollocks with strikerless? All that sort of good stuff. If you are new to the channel, please do leave a subscription and a like. And check out my other stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.